So this is the field for my goats, and as you can see, it's really eaten down. Now my goats are starting to get really bored of just eating grass, so I'm going to let them out here for a bit where there's plenty more to eat. Now I do have one concern about this, and that is the grass is just so long in this field, so I don't want to lose the goats, especially as they're only like this tall, so already the grass is taller than them. Now there really is only one way to test this, and that is just to let the goats out. So I guess that's what we're doing. Good boy. So far so good. Henry's absolutely loving eating all this grass down by the hay box, and Oscar's just off doing whatever he's doing. Surprisingly over here, Phoebe and Maya are just over by the sheds. They're like just there. There we go, there's Phoebe. Come on, Phoebe. You see, she's never really been outside the field before, so she doesn't know what to do. Here we go. Come on, Maya. I have also put up this pallet here to stop the goats just walking across and down the path and just off that way, because I want them to stay in this sort of area by their gate. As you can see, the goats are absolutely just loving these big plants here. Phoebe's off eating another one, then Oscar's just going around doing his thing. I'm kind of hoping they just go back in the field themselves like Phoebe is now, so I don't have to struggle following them around in the field and chasing them into the gate. I just don't want them going too far off that way, because I'm just going to lose them otherwise. You can see Oscar's almost disappeared. Look at him. What's up, Oscar? He's found a lovely bush. Now I think this is a really good thing to do with my goats, because it's like good enrichment, because there's so much more out here in this field than there is compared to theirs, right? I want to start doing this a bit more often just to keep the goats happy and doing different things, right? Because this isn't going to get mowed down and turned into hay for a few more weeks, so we've got plenty of time to get the goats out here. And if they behave well, we could possibly get them out here, but I think that's unlikely. Right, where's Maya gone? Oh, she's there, wait. Look at her, she's just like caught up in everything. This area is really good for the goats because there's plenty of things for them to eat. Like over here we've got the big bushy sort of areas, and then it goes into the brambles. Then over here there's like these bushes that are growing up in the grass. Most of it is all, obviously you can see, just long grass, and then horses. What's up? What's up? Whoa! What's up, Phoebe? Whoa, you can't eat that. No, that's rubbish. Right, I'm now going to try and move the four of them back in the field, which normally is quite easy if I've got food. Okay, right, this could go horribly wrong. There you go. Somehow the idea of playing with the wheelbarrow got Oscar and Phoebe to come in, and then Maya walked in after Phoebe, and then I had to bring in Henry, but successful, I think. Now, letting the goats out yesterday worked really, really well, so we're going to do it again. Look at them all, they're all ready to go. Go! Good boy. Just got to put the pallet up because he's going to get in the way otherwise. Hey, Oscar. Yeah, that's not what we want. There we go. Now I just got to get Oscar back in. The goats do love all this stuff here, but I don't really want them walking off. Right, now they're back in. The only concern is whenever they lean on this, obviously, it's meant to be up here, but it just sinks down because chicken wire really is not strong. There is one problem today, and that is just the goats are going way too far up here. I don't really want them walking off that way because there's obviously the horses that live in that field, so I don't really want them messing with them. In theory, as the boys are over here, Maya and Phoebe should eventually just run over here and come and join us because they don't really like being on their own. Now, I do have one concern with this here, and the pallet's obviously here to block them escaping and running through, but they are destroying this thing here as well, so we don't want that to happen. Henry's really loving going through and eating all these brambles here. This is a big like blackberry bush, and Henry's just destroying it. They have also gone through and completely almost flattened this area down. I did have to put this extra pallet up just because Henry's starting to pull the fence down, but generally they're loving it. Now, I have noticed today Oscar's spending a lot of time around the gate area, mainly staying around in this like grassy area here rather than eating all the bushes and shrubs like the rest of them are. Now I really enjoy watching the goats go through and eat everything, as they look really, really happy, and this is just kind of what they like to do. Right, they've been out for about an hour or so, so I want them to come back into the field. Now it is a bit of a struggle to get them back into the field after they've been outside for such a long time, but I think we'll do what we did yesterday and just chuck in the wheelbarrows. They, for some reason, just love climbing on it. It worked again. We've got Oscar in the wheelbarrow and then Phoebe's inside. The only thing is Phoebe and Oscar don't really get on that well. Right, let's get Maya in and then we'll get Henry. Maya, come on. Down you get, down you get. Hey, come on. Maya, get down. Hey, jump down, come on, there we go. Hey, come here. Maya in. Maya in, good girl. Good girl. Look, they want Henry, now we just got to get the beast in. Just so you go in, and in, good boy. Now I've got them all back in, the only difficult thing left is to get that wheelbarrow out, which is difficult when Oscar likes to climb underneath it to run out the gate. Now luckily that was actually relatively easy, it just took a long time. And I was quite surprised that Maya was just bleating for everyone, and then once they were all in the field, she was just going crazy again. But if you want to know a bit more about Maya and a couple of problems she has, check out this video here. It's a really good watch and it's definitely very interesting.